Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan, and today I'm going to be discussing episode 5 of Not Suitable for Work. So let's get into it. I love this show so much. I absolutely love it. So Kel, I'm a little torn because Kel is just like so naive, and it's like kind of cool to see him learn about everything about being an adult and the responsibilities that you have. When he is in line for an open casting, he's asking this other guy about, do you have like an agent? Do you have all this, all that? And the guy was just like, no. He's like, I'm here like all the time. And in my head, I'm thinking, if he wants to become an actor, how come he hasn't researched about the things that he needs to do in order to become a professional actor? I guess to David's points later on, he says it's all about like networking. And in my head, I'm thinking if you're interested in something but maybe you don't know much about it, either research it, but then also volunteer. Volunteering, I think, would be the first step. I just wish maybe this is just his character, but I'm just sitting there, I'm like, well, why don't you research? Like, why don't you research what you need to? I think this is set in New York City. I'm sure there are a bunch of places or people that you can, go out and seek and ask, what's the first step that I should be doing? And so I thought that was really interesting. If he's interested in acting, I thought he would at least know a little bit more about the process, about what you need to do in order to become an actor. So I was a little taken back by that at the beginning of the episode, because I'm just like, Kel, like, let's get it together, man. I am really shocked that Milena and Josh hooked up right away. I thought there was going to be more of a, like, slow burn. I didn't think that she would give in, or I thought he would make the initial first move. But, like, once they got into his bedroom, it was just like, okay, this is happening. And so I kind of wish they waited later on. So now all these people are getting together, and I'm still freaking figuring out what's going to happen in that last episode. Maybe it'll be Abby and Austin, who knows? Which I'm actually worried about Abby and Austin, because I'm learning. I feel like I kind of knew this, but I didn't really talk about it or think about it too much because I'm not in the industry. But it seems anything that's happening in the entertainment industry, there's these like transactional favors that people give each other. It's not like a neighbor, a family member, or a friend where if you ask them for a favor, you don't really think about anything in return. Like it's like, if you're gonna do something for me, I have to, or you're gonna do something for me, then I have to do something for you. Like, it's that back and forth. And I was like, oh my gosh, this could be like potentially dangerous down the line if Abby asks Austin for favors and he is like, okay, well, you got to do this for me too. And so I'm a little worried because it happened with Kel. When Kel went to go meet with Austin and Kel ended up having to pay the bill, he's like, the waitress said that he said you got the bill. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is like a dangerous game to play, because it doesn't seem there's anyone there generally interested in helping someone if everyone's out for themselves. And you would think it wouldn't be that way, knowing how hard it is to get in an industry like that. You would think there would be more of a community. I would say especially in New York, with it having more of a theater and stage presence, there seems more of a community there than it would be out in Los Angeles. But maybe I'm wrong. I was just kind of shocked by that. I guess, like, not too shocked, because I don't really know whether I trust Austin or not because of the persona and the stereotype of stars like him in the show. So when Kel tried so hard at the end to tell Abby about Austin and like pumping him up and saying that like he likes you more than a friend, and Kel did not do that, I was just like, oh, that's going to be interesting going forward if, like, Austin comes and be like, oh, what do you do? And then Austin will find out about it with Abby. So I don't know if it's just going to be one of those catty things. I have no idea. But, like, Kel kind of lied to Abby, though. He said, like, oh, take classes and do this, which is what Kel is thinking in his mind versus what Austin actually told him, which was not what Kel told Abby. One of my favorite things that happened this episode was Paula and Josh. Josh is trying so hard to impress Paula, and Paula's talking about this day off to go to the doctor's, and you learn that she's like, you are ruining everything. It's like, I take this day off, you know, every single year, you know, just to have a day off. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? We do that in real life. Like, we take PTO days. And the rule of thumb for PTO days is never tell people what you're doing on PTO. Even if you request it, you don't even have to put a reason. That's the beauty of PTO, is that people at work don't need to know what you're going to be doing on your day off. And so I thought it was really funny that she was, like, using it as a cover-up to get away from the office. I'm like, if you have PTO days, like, it's your prerogative to use them, you know? You don't need to explain anything to anybody. And then Davis, what is going on, my guy? You need to chill. You need to bring it back down to, like, 0. You're falling hard, falling too fast. You need to take a breather and relax. And you don't need to jump on every woman that you meet thinking that they're going to be your wife. Like, relax a little, buddy. Take a deep breath. You're going to be okay. So at the end of the show, you see Abby telling her boss that she is going to go style Austin. I think I said in, like, a previous episode review that she may be in over her head, and I'm really worried. The more we learn about Austin and the actions that he is taking, either with Abby or with his friends or other people, I'm just worried that Abby's not going to have enough support, and it's going to be a lot for her just to be on her own. And I wonder if she'll be coming back. I don't know. I'm really worried about Abby. I think she is in a little bit over her head. I think if she was just more transparent with her boss, despite the whole, you know, death of her animal, I feel like they could have, you know, hit the ground running together. I just want her to have the confidence to have more agency and to bring her ideas to, I think Vanessa is her name, to her boss. That's what I really hoped for her, instead of, like, walking away already. I think just showing her social skills and her communication with others and collaboration. I don't know. I feel like she could, like, even the point where her dressing Austin and Vanessa complimenting her. I don't know. I feel like she just should have a conversation. I don't know, maybe because I'm a direct person, but I feel like Abby could just have a conversation with Vanessa, or email, or, like, some type of gesture maybe before walking away to be like, hey, these are the things that I can contribute to you and this company, or whatever their situation is. I'm just worried about her being on her own and maybe not having all the tools and resources to support herself, you know, for Austin and being his stylist. I feel like he can also be really high maintenance, which I'm pretty sure a lot of them are. And she just doesn't have the bandwidth. Like, she currently doesn't even have the bandwidth just working for Vanessa to be able to do everything. So I'm a little worried about Abby. But besides that, the comedy is still all good. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait to see what happens, you know, going forward, especially with these characters starting to get into relationships. It's so good. I feel like it is also relatable and, like, whatever's happening in the workforce. And I like how they have different industries too that are being demonstrated through these characters. I really want Kel to succeed in teaching. Like, I know he wants to do acting, but I think the teaching thing could be really cool for him. Just, like, definitely a learning curve. And teaching and acting are kind of similar in terms of the presentation part. So I think if he continues with teaching, he can definitely build more confidence in that presentation and kind of being in front of people. Obviously, it's different, you know, being in front of kids than it is adults, but it's still that same kind of rhythm, or like ambiance, because you technically are entertaining kids for a longer period of time. That's it for my episode review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.